It's essential that we develop a sense of community in our classrooms. I want to create a classroom environment where my students feel safe, respected. I'll spend every minute of every day on that if I have to. When I was teaching my high school students, a lot of my students came from some pretty rough home environments, and so I always wanted my classroom to be a safe haven, you know, and I wanted us all to be working together. When I taught middle school, I taught 8th grade special education, and it really wasn't special education. It was 16 boys that nobody else wanted to teach. 8 African American, 8 Latino, and if their life wasn't miserable enough, they got stuck with the white dude as the teacher. And I like to sing. I'm a big believer in singing with students, especially with my middle school and high school students, because it annoys them. And the guys every day were like, man, this is stupid, can't stand this song, you know. They hated one another, but if there's one thing they hated more, it was me and singing all the time. So they decided to get back at me one day. So they decided to write me a song to teach me Ebonics. And so I'll sing a little bit of it to you. Do you know the song, This Old Man? Well, their version was called This Old Pimp, and it goes, this old pimp, he played one, he says gap, but we say gun with a knick-knack. This is whack, give your dog a bone. This old pimp went rolling home. This old pimp, he played two, he says kicks, but we say shoe with a knick-knack. This is whack, give your dog a bone. This old pimp went rolling home. This old pimp, he played three, his friends are homies, dogs and G's with a knick-knack. This is whack, give your dog a bone. This old pimp went rolling home. This old pimp, he played four, he got chin-checked, hit the floor with a knick-knack. This is whack, give your dog a bone. This old pimp went rolling home. This old pimp, he played five, boy got smoked, means not alive with a knick-knack. This is whack, give your dog a bone. This old pimp went rolling home. It goes on, and it was actually one of the most gratifying days of my life. I was in tears, and then they're like, man, now you crying, you know. But this was the song that got these 16 guys who had hated one another to start laughing together. And that's when the learning began. I don't ever think it's a waste of time to do things that are going to engage our students. When I taught my elementary kids, every single day we called it our circle of life, because The Lion King had just come out. And we used to sing songs in our circle every single day. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out why so many students in my classroom succeeded. It had nothing to do with me, it really didn't. It had to do with lots of repetition, lots of songs, lots of poetry, lots of reading aloud. There's strength in numbers. I mean, I was in a choir when I was a kid, and I used to sing, Amazing Grace. And it didn't matter that I didn't know the rest of the song, because 30 other kids had my back. And so it took me about 3 weeks. I figured out the rest of the lyrics, but it was cool. The teacher never put me on the spot. I never put a kid on the spot until I know that they're going to succeed.